Vio here. Today we're going to be talking about a card that I think is seriously underrated. The card is called Xyz Avenger. It's a level 4 dark fiend type monster with 1800 attack, 700 defense. I'm just going to go straight into the effect. Its effect is, this card is unaffected by the effects of XYZ monsters. When this card is destroyed by battle with an XYZ monster and sent to the graveyard, activate one of these effects depending on the rank of the XYZ monster that destroyed this card. Rank 3 or lower, your opponent sends one card from their extra deck to the graveyard. Rank 4, choose one card in your opponent's extra deck and send it to the graveyard. Rank 5 or higher, your opponent sends as many cards from their extra deck to the graveyard as possible, but not more than the XYZ monster's rank. This card sounds very situational, but with the amount of times people XYZ summon, I think this is a very, very good side deck card. Especially if you're using something that can utilize lights and darks. So if you're playing some sort of like Light Sworn or Chaos Sworn deck, or using some sort of Dark World deck, this card becomes extremely viable if you're facing decks like Gimmick Puppets, Galaxies, or even if you're just facing your basic XYZ deck. Because, first effect, your opponent has to send something to the graveyard. Because it was not successfully summoned, it probably cannot be resummoned like Synchros, like if they send a Synchro, because Synchros cannot be resummoned if it's sent. The second thing, your opponent sends one card from, or you get to choose one card from your opponent's extra deck and send it to the graveyard. This means you get to look at your opponent's extra deck and decide what card you send. Figure out what they have, what they don't have. If you're going to choose, or if you're going to have to focus on certain cards or deal with certain cards, what cards you'll have to deal with. It's a really, really good way. It's like if you're facing Madolches, you'll know, oh look, they only have one Invoker. Alright, I'll send the Invoker. I don't have to worry about that. Or look, they're only playing one Leviair. Okay, I'll send that to the grave. And then the last one is rank 5 or higher. If you're facing something like Gimmick Puppets, and you pro set this card, your opponent attacks into it, it flips up. He dies. Your opponent then has to send 8 cards from their extra deck to the graveyard. But the thing is, it's your opponent sends as many from the graveyard but not more in the rank. That means that they have to send 8 cards from their extra deck to the graveyard. Soon they already have that guy out, so that means 9 of their 15 are gone. And with Gimmick Puppets, the whole point of Gimmick Puppets is you're going to only be using those extra deck cards. And the fact that you're able to just instantly wipe out that many of them, and all you did was set a single card. It's level 4, Dark, Fiend. It's just so good. I think this card's really, really, really underlooked. It's from the LVAL. It's EN042. Legacy of Valiant. It's just, I think this card is seriously underplayed, underseen, underlooked at. It's just random common nobody ever notices. And I was looking through all my cards the other day and I found it and I thought it was really, really nice. I'm going to try and use it in some decks and try and post some videos on me using this if I get around to it. If you really want to see some duels with it, I'll hunt down builds of it. Tell me what you think.